Live from Gahanna, WGLH TV presents Lincoln Live with Angel Chrisman and Jamie Curtis. Lincoln Live starts now.
Good morning, Lincoln. She's Jamie Curtis.
And she's Angel Chrisman.
How are you doing today, Jamie?
I'm doing great on this Throwback Thursday.
I'm definitely doing good, too, considering that I anchored on the same exact day and into the same exact outfit. You know what else is pretty throwback?
No, I don't.
Well, the boys' basketball team went off, defeating Westerville South in their home opener.
That's right. The boys took on the Wildcats and got the job done, winning the game 66-50.
Some key leading scorers in this game were KJ Reynolds, who dropped 22 points in the game, Luke Murray, Brandon Ivory, and Nas Turner, who all dropped 10 points in this amazing win, and Xavier Rogers with 8 points.
This win was the strong beginning for the season, and they are 1-0 and hoping to build off that game and to continue to dominate as they play Westland at Westland tomorrow. We caught up with some of the players after the game to get their thoughts on how they played.
It went very great. I feel like as a team we played great. I was surprised that we was going to play that way, but as a team we played together, and I feel like this can turn into a season and make a great season and leave a legacy.
I feel like the game we played really good, better than we expected. We just came out rebounding the ball and attacking the rim.
Now let's give some attention to the JV basketball team. The Lions also defeated Westerville South 49-46. Lincoln outscored the Wildcats 28-16 in the second half to get the win. Cole Kiner led Lincoln with 12 points, following Tavion Wright and Alex Campolini with 10 points apiece. Congrats, guys, on the win.
Now to the girls, and talk about a dominant performance. The Lady Lions season is off to a great start. They picked off Pick North in their season opener 50-40. Leading scorers for the night were Layla Marshall with 25 points, Clark Jackson with 20, and Emily Marzetts with 6 points. Damian Jones from the Lincoln Sports Zone went out and spoke to a couple of the players after the win to tell us about how they did.
The game went well. We came out strong. We played hard against them. Our defense was strong. We got a lot of skills, got a lot of transition points, and then it just went up from there.
I think this game was a really big bounce back game for us because we didn't really work well as a team in our past game, and this game really allowed us to bond together and come together and just get some boards, get some points, and really show that we're a dominant team in the OCC.
What is the most dominant sports team at Lincoln? It'd be hard to argue against the girls' bowling team to answer that question. The Lions won their 100th straight conference match this week. Let me say that again, 100 in a row. They defeated Dublin Scioto by 612 points. Delaney Rossetti had a team high of 435 to lead Gahanna. Congrats to the girls' bowlers and their coaches. Also, the boys lost a tough match to Scioto. Max Sith led Gahanna with 395. There's a lot happening around Lincoln this week, so we have some important reminders for all of you.
First, if you are either a part of boxing club or want to be, there is a meeting today after school from 3 to 4 in room H135.
Anyone who's interested in boxing club is welcome to try it out.
And you can either bring your own equipment or use the equipment that they provide.
Next, spring sports have begun their preseason, and many have started open gym, open nets, and liftings.
One being the boys volleyball team. They are preparing for their spring season to come back strong this year. They have liftings Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3:30 to 4:30.
And open gyms are Wednesdays and Saturdays.
And National Honor Society met this morning. If you are in NHS and weren't at the meeting, see Ms. Barron to pick up your raffle tickets. With all this winning and sports talking that we're doing, I think that we should change the subject.
I agree, and we have an amazing person to do that.
Hey Brandon, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you guys today?
Pretty good. So what do you have for us today?
Well, the new poetry club here at Lincoln has been a safe space for many. Oversoul meets on Wednesdays and is full of poets that spend their time after school getting inspired, brainstorming, and writing. Their poems will eventually be featured in a spoken word night later on this year. This incredibly unique club forms a tight-knit community each week of talented artists that find joy in poetry. Speaking of joy, here's club leader Joy Asamoah with information on what makes Oversoul so special.
We need Oversoul because it's important for creatives to have a space where they can write and talk about everything we experience as young individuals. People should join Oversoul because it gives a sense of community to those who don't feel like they have a voice, to those who don't feel like they have a home. This is a space where you can pour out things with people willing to listen, where you can turn your heartbreaks and what makes you hurt into something that's worth seeing and believing in.
Thanks, Joy. Yesterday, our Lincoln freshmen made the pledge to graduate. Pledge to Graduate is a beloved tradition here at Lincoln that is run by our Gahanna Lincoln Link Crew. Link Crew is a group here at Lincoln that focuses on helping out the incoming freshman class to get acclimated with the year. The Link Crew reviewed what every freshman should know and gave out some important advice going to midterm season. The freshman class took the pledge and now they understand the commitment that it takes to graduate. Well, that's all the news from me. Back to some amazing people at the news desk.
Wow, Brendan, you really don't know what it means to be called amazing by a D1 tennis player.
It truly is an honor. You know what's also an honor? You ever wondered why the student resources tolerate us?
Maybe a little. Student resource officers here at Lincoln are extremely important. For most, they are here just to keep us safe, but for some others, the officers help them stay engaged in high school.
Our TJ Sweeney takes a deeper look at why the officers do what they do and what they wish we knew more about.
Gahanna Lincoln High School has over 2,500 students. The Gahanna School District is home to 7,500 kids, and there's one group who keeps us safe every day. And they also love to see where we end up in life.
A lot of them I get to see in 7th grade when I teach Project Alert. And seeing that person go even up through graduation, they have issues, whether good or bad, and then they get through those issues and they come back in this building maybe even 3 or 4 years later to say, hey, I got this job, look at my accomplishments and some success.
The officers here at Lincoln love to see old students and their success, but there's one thing they can't stand to see.
For me, it really gets down to the bullying issue. I wish people could show more empathy towards your fellow students because you don't know what that kid's going through.
Here at Gahanna Lincoln, maybe we should start taking the message, one pride, one family, a little more serious. Everyone in our school is a part of that family, including the student resource officers.
I wish they understood that we're here to help them, not to hinder their ways and do things. We're here to help them get through life and become adults.
And of course the officers here at Gahanna love protecting us. It's been in their job description since day one. The GLHS staff and students greatly appreciate the sacrifices they make to keep us safe day in and day out.
I think it's really important that we have this luxury at our school to have these student resource officers because not only do they protect us, but they teach us, and I just really appreciate everything they do.
And being a family isn't easy. Not every day will be perfect. But if we work together, we can make all of those bad days better.
And they're pretty, it's like everybody else day to day on the street. They're the same way. They're having good days and bad, but I just try and help them out. See that there's always light at the end of the tunnel.
Whether it's light at the end of the tunnel or a diamond in the rough, we should always try to be one pride, one family. This is TJ Sweeney for Lincoln Live.
Thanks, TJ. Every year, the theater department puts on a show to get everyone in the holiday spirit, with a variety of skits varying from comedy content to sketches using music and dance. These classes are putting in the work to prepare for the packed auditorium they will be expecting 1 week from Friday. Every theater class is contributing to the show. Here's Performance Studio member Eden Rowe with more details about the holiday marathon.
So everybody in Performance Studio, which is the highest level theater class in the school right now, preparing for holiday marathon has been a lot of fun. We've been practicing the scripts, which we all wrote ourselves, and we're doing 4 acts in the show. And you should be excited, and hopefully your teachers sign up, because it's just a great way to see the performing arts in the school and to see our community.
Thanks, Eden. There are some cool things happening in Mrs. Parrish's microbiology class. The students are learning about different types of viruses, and they got to choose which virus they wanted to make a model of. Some students made their models out of pool noodles, and some even baked a cake. I went down to their classroom to hear about their presentations and how much fun they had with this project.
I learned a lot about HIV and all the famous people that had it, like Freddie Mercury, and how it impacted them. And then it was fun because it was a group project, so we all got to work together on our model, and our model was really cool and colorful.
What made it fun was being able to laugh at some parts of the failure of the cake while making it, because there's a lot of hiccups along the way that made it just fun to laugh at. It was just a whole learning experience for me, myself, and it was just fun to hang out with friends.
Thanks, guys. Looks fun. The Pop Run is back at it again with some new merch. Everyone loves retro and throwback, and for this new DECA release, they had to make sure it was just that. Here's DECA member Margaret McGregor on the newest release.
We just got new hoodies in the paw print. They are $34. You can come in the last 15 minutes of your lunch period or before school to get them.
Thanks, Margaret. Well, Lincoln, that's all we have for you on the first of the month.
We'll be back tomorrow with some amazing news.
Have a happy holiday, Lincoln.
And a great day.
Bye.
Bye.